when he started as soon as you put it live. Dun, 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 dun.
That was like perfect timing. You
Yeah, it was
can't
great.
even make that up. Like it just was like it was just like, oh, it's time to go. Well, everyone, welcome to Nerdcamp Sports. I'm your host for the evening, Mike Williams. Agent Solstice is here. Raj and R&B are somewhere. Hopefully they'll be here soon, but we're gonna get started. How you feeling today, my brother? I know that UPS life during the holidays isn't always the funnest.
It's not for the week, but I think the worst is past us. Today wasn't that bad at all. Only 2 more days. Might be a influx of packages. I'm hearing there's going to be snow, so not great. But today we're feeling good. How about you, Mike?
Oh, not too bad. I had 14 deliveries today. Did that, ran through the day. Got to have dinner with my daughter and my wife for my daughter's birthday,
Love that.
and made it back in time to do the show. So that's always a good thing. We'll do the show and get some rest and get ready to do work again tomorrow and start with get a 4-day weekend started because I can use it.
Amen.
So we're going to start while we wait for the other gentleman with a little bit of a lighter topic, and that is that the Kansas City, the Chiefs have announced that they have made an agreement with the state of Kansas to play their games in Kansas, the state, no longer in Kansas City, Missouri, starting in the 2031 season. Arrowhead Stadium is one of the last, um,
Open air.
is like one of the last cornerstones, right, if you will. So I say that to say, what up, Raj?
Hey, what's
Yeah,
going on? What's going on, guys?
yeah.
Not much, not much. We're just talking about the new Kansas City Stadium, real quick. A little light topic to get started while we waited for you guys.
Okay.
Arrowhead is one of the final cornerstone stadiums, if you will, right? Um, you know, Brandon, what are your thoughts on Kansas City leaving Missouri to go play in actual Kansas in a domed stadium? The stadium will be a dome, from what I read.
I also heard that. Yes. I bet it gave a bunch of people a geography lesson. Um, but I mean, I get the move from a financial standpoint. Now they can host a Super Bowl. Now that they can host a Final Four. They had and other concerts during winter now, like and other shows and big performances and whatnot. So I get it from a fiscal standpoint, which is honestly where the NFL is as a whole moving towards. A lot of the Browns are moving into a dome. The Titans are moving into a dome. I think there's like two other teams that are going to move into a
But
dome too.
Buffalo is not.
I'm happy. Like that's building a dome is not going to stop. At least in Buffalo, it's not going to stop the fact that like some of the games might have to get delayed or postponed because even if you stop the snow from falling on the stadium, that doesn't stop all the snow from surrounding the area and
No,
make it
absolutely not.
so that make it people can't leave the area. It's a literal public danger, thing for some of the lake effect snow. So a dome doesn't actually do what people think it's going to do. I'm really happy we're keeping it open air and they're designing the stadium so that it's supposed to mitigate the wind.
Yeah, okay. Okay. What are your thoughts on it, Raj, about the Chiefs moving from Missouri to Kansas?
You know what? Fun fact: I had no idea they were in Missouri.
I said it. I said I was going to give a geography lesson. I
I'm
knew.
one of the. That's me. I'm one of those guys. Nah, I actually know about Kansas City Mo and Kansas City K. You know what I'm saying? I know about it because I have like military family, so they've been stationed out there, so they know a lot about it. But I didn't know the Kansas City Chiefs played in Missouri. So with that being said, I think this is the last team Missouri had, and it's gone. They had the Rams, they had the Cardinals,
The Cardinals are still
St.
there.
Louis Cardinals still there, right? Okay, so the St. Louis
Yeah.
Cardinals are still there.
And
But
they still got the college, so
yeah,
right?
yes, they do. They do. And there's a few others, but as far as like the Rams being gone and now, of course,
Yeah, which I don't like that at all.
It's kind of bad, but I like the idea of stadiums with domes. That's just my personal preference because I truly believe that even with the advantages of playing in an open area or open stadium, um, you still kind of like you're freezing out your fans. I don't know if you ever played. I mean, played. I don't know if you ever actually been to an NFL game in a freezing cold, but it's actually horrible. I went
It's
to a
not
few
fun.
Jets
Not
games.
enjoyable at all.
Yeah, it's horrible. I hate it. I hate everything about it from a fan perspective. Not even like a player, because a player they go out there to sweat, so they're not always cold, and they get like their coats on them while they're sitting down, so they're not really cold 100% all the time. But as far as the fans go, I think this is a great fan experience. I think that it's going to influx a lot of commercial and real estate around the actual stadium. I think that's going to be great for the people in that state, people in that city, and I think it's cool. I like it. I like the whole idea, and I also believe that anytime you see a team upgrade their stadium or their arena, it sends like a really good positive message for the organization moving forward.
Hmm. Okay. Well, we'll look forward to that in the next few years. As I'm sure they'll be updating us as it's built and things of that nature.
And the
So
Bears are getting a dome. That's the other one.
the Bears are getting a dome.
Yes, they are. But I also heard they're trying to move the team. I don't know if that's true. If it is, that's disgusting because they're moving them to. They said they're trying to move them to Indiana or somewhere like that.
To move to where? Sorry.
Oh yeah. So, where to start? I tried to pick out the biggest things. I'm gonna hold off on the Steelers until R&B gets here, but I got something to say about Mr. Jackson.
Okay, let's hear it.
As you've seen, that was the first topic I wrote. Lamar let his team down again. Now, as a Steelers fan, it was phenomenal to see the Ravens lose last night. Luckily, their defense did just enough for me to win in my big fantasy league. Like literally, I had 104.66. The guy I faced had 103.88. Like literally, just enough. But Lamar, we've seen a knee to the back. Now we already know it's that time of year. Lamar gonna get hurt, and Lamar gonna miss football.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is now they're saying it's a pretty significant injury as he did not return. But here's my thing. When you have those kinds of injuries, right? Typically, when you have those kinds of injuries in the heat of the game, you're going to try and get back out there. You're going to try and get your ass back on that field. Lamar Jackson last night, and if the injury was significant, okay, fine. But at all costs, I seen RG3 with half of his knee torn off say, I'm going back in the game. He went back in the game. Ended his career, but he went back in the game. And I don't think he did everything to get back into the game. And on top of that, you're fighting for your playoff lives. You're going up against the Green Bay Packers next week, and we're going to get into them too, and Jordan Love. But essentially now, the Ravens have to depend on Tyler Huntley to go out there and perform well enough to win against Green Bay. And you have to rely on the Cleveland Browns. Let's just put that in perspective. You have to go out there and rely on the Cleveland Browns. to go out there and win a game. And you have to win too, because if the Ravens lose, doesn't matter. Nothing matters at that point. If the Ravens lose this game on Saturday at 8 p.m. to the Packers, it's over. The Steelers clinch the AFC North. The point about Lamar is more or less that, how many times are we going to go through this, bro? How many times are you going to get hurt when your team needs you the most? And I see R&B and Raj, I see both of you smirking. So whoever wants to go first, all three of you smirking, because I've said it again and again. It's the same old song and dance. Mr. Jackson, you are letting your team down again.
R&B, you could go ahead.
I'm a little late to the party, so I take it you guys are talking about the Ravens, but what's the context of this subject surrounding
it was game? more or less about not so much the game. If you want to give a take on the game, that's cool, but it's more or less about Lamar once again getting hurt at the end of the season. You're fighting for your playoff lives, and they're saying the injury was significant, but it's the same thing every year. Him not being able to finish off seasons, or him getting hurt at the most vital time, or missing chunks of time.
Well, I mean,
but anyone at any point, do feel free to give a take on the game as well.
I can't totally disagree with you, Mike. You are right. It seems like it's a trend, like a back and forth trend with Lamar Jackson. It's either he stays healthy, they enter the playoffs with a lot of momentum and come up short, or they struggle throughout the season and then he gets hurt and it normally ends and ruins the season, whether they go to the playoffs or not. So, and it seems like that's just kind of been like a trend with him for a while here now in Baltimore. But I kind of want to come from a different perspective here, because I've never been one to really beat on the man while he's down, per se. Injuries are a part of the game, and there's something that, nobody can help. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's out there on the field saying, hey, another, home stretch here where we really need to get this game and my team really needs me and I'm going to go out here and get hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do tonight. So with that being said, I'm gonna take the heat off of Lamar. I'm gonna put the heat at Harbaugh. It's time for John to go.
Yes.
It's time for John to go. This team with the healthy Lamar Jackson, which he's been more healthy than he's been unhealthy, this team has underachieved with a lot of expectations, none greater than this year. This year, I think all four of us had the Ravens as a favorite to, possibly come out of the AFC and go to the Super Bowl. Not necessarily, but like we had them coined to possibly go to the Super Bowl this year, and this team has underachieved. And let's not forget, the struggles did not start when Lamar Jackson got hurt. The struggles were already there throughout the first few weeks of the season when he was healthy. He was playing good football. We were saying that, oh shit, could he be en route to win another MVP? And they were still struggling. And at this point, I'm not going to beat on him, like I said, while he's down, because, again, he's not out there trying to get hurt. This team, it's time for a culture shock. It's time for a change. Harbaugh has to go. If Baltimore wants to capitalize on anything right now while Lamar Jackson is still young, it's time to make a change. Harbaugh is not the guy to take this team to the next level. He has to go. And that's just how I see it. But
you're not wrong.
To the Patriots. Kudos to the Patriots for winning the game last night. Drake May has shown me, and back-to-back weeks here, remember I was saying the Patriots hadn't beat anybody. Well, last week they beat a valiant opponent, and then yesterday they beat another good opponent And the Ravens, who we all thought were playing good football these past few weeks, the defense seemed like it had came on. Patriots beat them.
They lost to us last week?
I would say, yeah, you're not wrong with in what you're saying. I think it's just how does he stop having that happen? It's not fully in his. It's obviously not in his control. But Raj, what's your take on it?
I mean, I definitely agree with what R&B was saying as far as like we can't really be mad at him for being injured. It's obvious that this is part of the game. Um, and of course, people will say that he's always hurt, he's always injured. Listen, he's like the Anthony Davis of football. He's the AD of football. He's great when he plays, but when he's not playing, we're like AD, always ding. He's hurt. And that's just the way it is. And when it's all said and done, you got to work around that. You got to find a way to build a team that can win in spite of the knick-knack injuries or whatever that comes up. And Harbaugh should be fired. I agree. That man look, there's been games when Lamar was healthy, and I'm wondering how the hell did they lose this game? I mean, it didn't just happen once or twice. It happened a lot this season. Majority of the games that they lost.
First game of the season.
Yeah, the first game of the season was that game. And I'm like, how the hell did they lose this game? And it's just keep happening. So I think that his voice is falling on deaf ears. I also believe that there's a lot of other things happening in the locker room. So we really can't look at it as being, oh, it's only Lamar's fault. Well, what about Derrick Henry's fumble? That man's got butterfingers. So it's just like we can't really predict what's going to happen in the future, but I'll tell you this, it would help if they get rid of the coach. So we'll see what happens, but man, I mean, I feel for Lamar. That injury came out of nowhere, but I can't be mad at him for that. He didn't go out there and fake an injury. He actually got hurt.
I feel like, if I recall correctly, the stat is the Ravens have lost now 11 games where they held a 7+ point lead in the fourth quarter since 2011 or 2021.
I looked. It's 12.
It was 11. Now it's 12.
It's
so this has been going on for a while now. This is the second time the Bills have come back big. There's been twice the Bills have come back big. The Patriots just came back big. They've done it. It keeps happening, and they had a 2-score lead, and they didn't give Henry the ball again. Like, even though he had the fumble,
he had scored his second touchdown.
Yeah, he wasn't on the field after that. Like, that's crazy. Like, they had 2 possessions after that touchdown, and he wasn't on the field for either of them. Like, that's unacceptable from either him or Harbaugh. And I'm totally in agreement that Harbaugh should be gone after this year. And I feel like the comparison to RG3 was a bad one, Mike, because like I'm all for a business decision, keeping Lamar as healthy as possible for as long as possible. So going out there and worsening this injury is not a good idea when the division and playoffs are not guaranteed from that point. So right. I once again, I feel like the criticisms thrown at Josh for running should have been thrown at Lamar because he's the one that can't handle it like Josh can. And
he wasn't even running when he got hurt.
That's how it be. Every time Josh got injured, it's been in the pocket. That's how it is. So it's crazy. Like I think it's just it's another unfortunate circumstance. Hate to see it happen, but this team has lost. It keeps shooting itself in the foot in the worst ways, and it's definitely a coaching problem.
Yeah.
What up, Will? How you been, brother?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me back. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No doubt, man.
You got anything to add on to the Lamar saga?
I feel like it's crazy to say he got 2 MVPs, but it still feels like they haven't maximized. You know what I mean? His potential.
Talent.
They keep trying to give him a bunch of really good tight ends, They won't really give him a top notch receiver, which is crazy. So and I don't know if that goes back to Harbaugh. I don't know if that goes back to what was the general manager's name that retired? Was it Ozzie Newsome?
I think that was the
Ozzie
guy.
Newsome retired. Yeah.
Yeah, he retired a few years back. You know what I mean? But I can't imagine that he would have not given Lamar, you know what I mean, at least one top notch receiver. They be trying to get them bargain bin receivers over there for him.
But he,
It's just great.
Ozzy still a part of the upstairs business operations and stuff too. He took it. He moved upstairs.
Yes. I mean, I get that. You know what I mean? So now, but he's not the person making the calls. He's probably a consultant at this point, but he's not the person, you know what I mean, pulling the trigger on these. We saw consistently for 20 years. Ozzy ain't really missed. You know what I'm saying? He drafted arguably the best linebacker of all time. I know most people will go with LT and Ray Lewis, middle linebacker, outside linebacker, whatever. But so arguably the greatest middle linebacker of all time, arguably the greatest safety of all time in Ed Reed, like arguably the greatest left tackle of all time in Jonathan Ogden, and then a lot of other, great players that he either drafted or signed, over the course of, again, 20 some odd years. T. Sizzle, Siragusa, McAllister, brought Rod Woodson in after he left, Pittsburgh, like Jamal Lewis. It just seemed like, again, I think some of it is coaching and I think some of it is the front office. I think it's a combination of the two when it comes to Baltimore.
So you don't think Lamar had over the past few seasons here, he's had I wouldn't say great, but a good enough receiving core to get the job done?
I think he's had a bunch of really good tight ends. I don't, name a top-notch receiver that Lamar has had.
I think Zay Flowers is a top-notch receiver. I think he's a legit number one. Now, if you want to go, after that, then with what is the other cat?
Bateman.
I can't think his name. Rashad Bateman. Yeah, he's definitely a more of a 2-3, but I definitely think Zay Flowers is a solid number one receiver, and I think they've had enough to get it done over the past couple seasons. They just have not maximized that the potential of the team, which leads to Harbaugh.
And Mark Andrews has fallen off a cliff. Let's be real. That oh my god, that pitch last night that didn't count. I don't care. Like, that was hilarious.
And they just gave him an extension with like $90 million.
Yeah, they gave him an extension. Yep,
that was crazy.
Ozzy wouldn't have gave him that extension.
Especially after that drop in the playoff.
I agree with you, Will. No,
I'm just talking.
You're talking truth, Will.
Well, I mean, we'll see if they fire Harbaugh. I do think there needs to be a change there. But speaking of firing, a few weeks ago we was talking about firing another coach, and for 3 weeks I haven't heard those words of fire Tomlin. Kind of weird how that happened. I was told I was dancing around questions. I was told.
No, you was dancing around.
I was told that I needed to answer it, that I needed to respond. I was told that, this should be looked at, and like I said,
I did not care.
Who else is going to coach the team, right? But last night or yesterday afternoon, Pittsburgh went into Detroit and, tried to make my heart drop into my ass because they just can't win fucking normal. They just can't go out there and win the game. Y'all controlled the whole damn game and almost lost. And you know,
That wasn't a Pittsburgh thing. That was a Detroit thing.
I didn't realize he was a Pittsburgh fan because I was a little confused for a second.
Yeah, Pittsburgh guy.
Man, we got a whole different view of what that looked like. But I'm sorry.
oh, you're good. So, but I'm gonna let R&B go first.
On this
What?
one,
Yeah.
man.
You know the yesterday's game was really interesting. You know,
Interesting to say the least, man.
Well, they made it a game. You know, they made it a game.
They did.
You know, like I can't say that they did not. But what were your thoughts on this game, and what do you think will happen to Detroit going forward for the rest of the season?
Well, I start off with Detroit, man. I think yesterday was it. I think losing that game officially, non-officially knocked us out the playoffs. Reason being is because Detroit has, in order for them to have a chance at making the playoffs, they have to win out, and Green Bay has to lose 2 of their next 3 games. I don't see that happening. So I think that this is officially, not officially the end for Detroit as far as any playoff hopes are concerned. But as far as the game yesterday, man, it was just the most lioness way to lose a game. You know what I'm saying? Me and Will were just talking about this a while ago, a little second ago. I did not realize that Jared Goff dropped back 54 times yesterday, and Aaron Rodgers dropped back 41. Your boy Jalen Warren, what have you heard me say about him all year doing this show? He's not a good running back. Nigga cannot get 100 yards. Nigga only had 100-yard game all season until yesterday. Now I don't think he capped 100, but he did have those 2 long touchdown runs, and I think he ended up somewhere around about 94 to 95. So we gonna just round that to the nearest nigga. He got 100 when he been terrible all fucking year. The only team he had 100 on was the sorry ass Bengals defense when they lost that game when Joe Flacco first got to Cincinnati. So
Warren had 143 yesterday.
All purpose, right? That's all purpose. I believe.
I didn't look at it.
I think that's all purpose.
I just took running. Hold on. Keep going. I'll look into ESPN.
He has some catches and shit yesterday too, but man, look, I really
Ryan. I'm sorry to cut you off, but remember we was at one point I was saying he was averaging 10 yards a carry on 14 carries or something like that, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
that was his rushing yards.
Yeah.
So that make it even worse.
Prove your point.
100 yards all year against anybody damn near. Fuck 100, dude can barely get 50 all year against most teams, and you let him come in here and get 143 down the home stretch of everybody trying to fight to get their playoff lives and stuff. So, man, as far as Detroit go, I don't know where this franchise is at right now. It's a lot of questions there that need to be answered. I believe the GM is officially on the hot seat. He should be. I don't think Dan Campbell is on the hot seat just yet. I believe if this continues through next year, Dan Campbell probably will be on the hot seat. And if something like this goes on next year, he probably will be fired. But right now, I think a lot of the blame will go towards Brad Holmes' way. But as far as Pittsburgh is concerned, I mean, they did what they had to do. And I mean, who was the one who sat here and said that I picked Pittsburgh to win this division at the beginning of the season? Before the season even started, I picked Pittsburgh to win this division. So, I guess I told you so. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I did not expect Baltimore to look this bad, because as I said at the beginning when I first came in, I know we all had them going to the Super Bowl this year, or at the very least an AFC championship. But the reason why I picked Pittsburgh to win this division was quite simply, like I had stated, I felt like it was going to come down to what the NFL had wanted was for it to come down to a game where it was going to be for all the marbles for the division between Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers. And I felt like
Yeah.
I trusted Aaron in a game like that more than I trust Lamar because of Harbaugh and because of Lamar and what I've seen them do in big games, I don't trust them. And so that's why I made that pick. But kudos to Pittsburgh. Look like they may hold on and go on and win this division unless something miraculous happens, over these next few weeks or so there. And we'll just kind of see how it plays out. But man, I don't really have too many thoughts about that game outside of, like I went on the rant last week, these referees are ass and need to be, something need to start happening with these referees fucking these calls up or just making calls. They not making one call, but then the play later they want to make the call that they didn't make the play before. It's bonkers at this point. It's ridiculous, man. And something needs to be done about the shit. And lastly, I'll touch on the DK Metcalf situation. It is official. He did get suspended 2 games with no pay because of the altercation with the fan. It's reported that he's claiming that this fan called him a racial slur. So with that being said, I don't know anybody in here that would, take kindly to someone calling them a racial slur and mentioning something about their family. So, if you ask me, he got what he was asking for and he should have gotten worse, but we'll see how that situation plays out. And I think it's bullshit that they suspended him for 2 games with no pay over just merely grabbing a fan and basically why I order him. That's basically what he did to the collar of his shirt. Why I order, you get suspended for 2 games, no pay for why I order, but yet motherfuckers getting suspended for 1 game for spitting in each other's faces. Let's
I
get
was
it
just gonna
together.
say you should have just spit on him.
What
You would have
doing?
got suspended for 1 game.
Spit is
I'm
assault,
just
sir. Spit is
I'm gonna
assault.
just go.
Fucking joke, bro. Fucking joke.
I'm gonna just say real quick before I let everyone else go with the Steelers. I will say that the last 3 games they've looked a lot better. In all phases of the game, without TJ Watt, they've looked pretty good on defense. But the offense is really coming into its own, the run game. And Kenneth Gainwell has been the MVP. I mean, Warren played well yesterday, but that catch he made that just dropped from heaven, it seemed like, and he got up and ran. No one touched him. I mean, I don't know if that was a touchdown or not, but damn it, that was one hell of a catch. He's been real big for us. And they just have played real well. Rodgers is making the right decisions, and everyone's playing collectively very well.
You know
I
what's
don't
been
know
key for them, Mike?
what's that.
Being successful on first down. Over the last 3 weeks, they've been very successful on first down. And if they can keep that trend going, they might be a very dangerous out in the playoffs. In a wide open AFC, they could fuck around and end up in the AFC championship.
Hey, that remains to be seen. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But Raj, what are your thoughts on the game yesterday and the suspension of Metcalf?
Well, I was looking at some of the highlights. I didn't get to see the whole entire game, but it pretty much went the way I pretty much knew it would go. I knew that the Steelers would win. I just didn't know that it was going to be by like all these damn calls by these referees. That they're messing up and stuff like that. But it's good to see that they're falling into form. It's good to see that Aaron Rodgers doing exactly what we all knew he could do if he had the right pieces around him. But it's also sad to see the Lions fall the way they have been falling for the past few weeks, man. I mean, I was a true believer of the Lions. I thought that there was going to be a definite threat in the NFC this upcoming season. But unfortunately, I don't know what happened because I don't watch enough of their games. But I know that they don't look the same. They don't look how they did last year. The confidence isn't the same. The swagger isn't the same. But as far as the game goes, I mean, it's pretty much it was up to the Steelers to win. They wanted it more. But as far as DK Metcalf, let me tell you, man, I really despise the fact that people still in 2025 will say some horrible things like that. You know what I'm saying? About racial slurs, it's unacceptable, but it's also one of those type of things where the organization got to step in. If they hear these type of things, they got to get that guy up out of there immediately. Because I've been at games where people will say some things and they'll do some things to players, and I'm like, damn, how the hell are they still around? How are they still in the audience? So it's one of those type of things where security got to do better, the organization, everybody got to do better protecting these players, and there's no room for those type of things to happen. But it's stupid that he's suspended for 2 games. I don't agree with that. I mean, maybe fine him because he didn't even hit him. I thought it was a punch when I first saw it. But he didn't even hit him. He kind of just pushed him away. But that's just my opinion on it. I think he should have got fined. I don't think he should have got suspended. And those type of fans should never be allowed to come back ever again. So that's just my take on the whole situation.
Brandon, what were your thoughts on the play that ultimately ended the game? Was that offensive pass interference?
I never actually got to see the replay of like him doing the thing. It just they just showed the fucking the refs saying like it was a touchdown. Fuck you. And it just showed. I didn't get to actually see the replay of Amon-Ra like pushing off or not. So I can't truly comment on that. But I did watch the game, like, a decent amount of the game. Like, I'm it's such a weird NFL season, man.
It is a weird season.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I hate the fact that the refs are controlling the game.
Well, see, before we'll hop in, the plays that I was speaking of, it was a play on that same drive where we were driving right down the middle. They let what's that? I can't think of that linebacker name, but anyway, he was 1-on-1 against Jahmyr Gibbs, and these motherfuckers basically tussled up the field for about 8 yards. It should have been a PI call. It could have been a PI call either way, and they let them play. They let him play. Gibbs caught the ball. He got tackled. Very next play, they throw the play to Amon-Ra St. Brown to the first touchdown that they called off for the PI that they called on to Sly. That was not a fucking pass interference on that pick play. That's a pick play. That those how pick plays work. And in my head, how did you not call the play previously before for Gibbs, but you turn around and call that ticky-tack bullshit on the touchdown? So it's like, what are we doing here? Like they all over the place with their decision making.
There's no consistency.
Exactly.
There's no consistency at all.
If I recall, those hockey leagues crew, they're a mess.
Being Brandon couldn't answer that question since he didn't see it. Will, could you answer that question? On what were your thoughts on that last play that ended the game?
I'm been a Lions fan long enough that don't fucking let it be in the ref's hands, because that shit almost never goes well for us. If you didn't play a shitty game, if you didn't let Pittsburgh have the football for almost the entirety of the third quarter, like it don't even make no sense that they was in position to even win that fucking game. Like, that really should have never even happened. You know what I'm saying? And you do all of that shit, to get down to the 1 yard line or the 2 yard line or whatever they was at before, you know what I mean, the OPI and all that shit. Was the OPI, you know how the NFL is. There's certain shit you can call on every play. I think that was a coin flip. Sometimes they're going to call it, sometimes they not. I think that's one of them things where, like, when the game is on the line, it's kind of fucked up that you check, kind of to Ryan's point, like, now you decide to pull this flag out. You know what I'm saying? When the game is on the line on a 50-50 call. You know what I'm saying? If they call that in the first quarter and the second quarter, I ain't got nothing to say. When the game is on the line, like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on. It wasn't egregious. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't egregious. But again, like, I also, as many times as we sit here and watch that replay, I feel like the contact was kind of unnecessary. He didn't need to make that contact to break inside, you know what I'm saying, and get to where he was trying to get. Because the whoever that DB was, that, you know what I mean, he got the OPI on. His coverage was to the middle of the field anyway. He wasn't breaking in with you because it was another corner. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't feel like this team is necessarily a SOL team, but Ryan kind of said it last night, like, man, that's some same old Lions shit. And I feel like it was some same old Lions shit. I'm not saying it's necessarily the same old Lions, but it's like, damn, y'all did all of that to just show us another way to lose a fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Even with, you know what I mean, with Amon-Ra trying to, the last play, and he tried to flip it back, and Goff ran, and and just having to sit there and wait for the refs to, like, if that ain't the most Lion shit ever, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I even answered the question. But that's kind of like, the life of a Lions fan. Like, damn. I will say, and I don't know if I mentioned this last time I was on, and Ryan will tell you that I've been, like, steadfast with this. I just don't believe in Jared Goff. No way. So
he threw a lot of dirt balls yesterday too. A lot of them.
I do not believe in Jared Goff. Can you win with him? Yeah. Will you win with him? Probably not. He's a very high floor, decent ceiling guy. And when all things are not in perfect order for him, when he don't have a clean pocket, even you were mentioning the play, what you call it, the catch from heaven or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me and Ryan were talking about this yesterday watching the game. Aaron Rodgers is 42 years old, and and he took off on us a couple of times yesterday, but you don't really expect him to do that no more. But he still does a great job of manipulating the pocket. You know what I mean? Even when a rush is coming, he's going to extend the play. And that play in particular, that catch right before halftime for that touchdown, he had pressure coming. He extended the play because he knew that he had his outside receiver on a linebacker. And being able to just give his receiver that extra second and a half, that was a big play in that game. Jared Goff can't do that for us. He cannot do that for us. I'm not asking him to be Lamar. I'm not asking him to be Josh Allen. I just need you to be able to manipulate the pocket a little bit. And I just feel like as long as he's our quarterback, like, this is kind of that space we're going to be in. We might have some years where we're in it. It might be some years like this. But that's how I feel about that game yesterday. Just kind of showed me, you know what I mean? Like, just what I've been feeling about him for the last, 3 years that he's been here now, whatever. Lions doing lion shit.
Well, we're gonna see what they do moving forward. Like like R&B said, it's not
Christmas night.
It's not. We're gonna see what they got. Now, moving forward, I've been waiting to talk about this topic that I'm about to bring up, about this quarterback, about this game. Because I said, and I want you to go first on this.
Okay.
We have been talking about Trevor Lawrence.
Uh-huh.
And we have been talking about the Denver Broncos in big moments.
Okay.
And we talked about this defense. We've been all over them. Yesterday, the game yesterday, what did the game yesterday tell you about both of those teams?
Well, what we already knew, that the Jaguars are hot right now. You know, Trevor Lawrence has proven to us that he's ready to take that next step. I don't know if that means that they make it to the conference finals. I don't know if that means he makes it to the Super Bowl. But what I do know is that he's extremely confident right now, and he's doing exactly what he got to do. And by the way, his rookie wide receiver is out. You know, so it's like he's doing this with wide receivers that we didn't have on our bingo card last year. I mean, at the beginning of the season. I mean,
Myers has made such a difference,
the fact
too.
that you had Myers on the team that opens up, that's why he re-signed. And shout out to him, because that was a great move. He was not happy in Las Vegas. That also, in a certain way, made BTJ step up as well. You know, because he had to be the second option since Travis Hunter's out. So it's like those type of things are kind of putting things in perspective. And then also there was another wide receiver, Parker Washington. I've never heard of that man in my whole entire life. So
I heard of him.
I don't remember.
I drafted him in Madden.
Okay, there you go. That's why. Because I'm like, I've never heard of this dude.
Yeah, no, I kept an eye. I've been keeping an eye on.
That's good. That's good, because he had 6 receptions, 145 yards. That's
incredible. My dude went off. Yeah, I also drafted Deebo Samuel once upon a time.
Yeah, so it goes to show you, if you got the right pieces around you, you can win. But also on the flip side of the coin, if you have a system quarterback, aka Ho Nix, as your quarterback, you're not going to win games when it's just your defense just winning the game. So he threw for 352 yards, but he had 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he was sacked once. But it just goes to show you he's not that guy. And we knew that this team wasn't built for a long-term success without their defense showing up and stopping points. 34 points is a lot of points. And the fact that Trevor Lawrence was able to put that up, it just goes to show you that this team is system dependent, their defense dependent, and I just don't believe in Bo Nix. I really don't. I mean, I know that the organization believes in him. I know that his coach believes in him, but I'm just not much of a fan. So it's pretty much the same what we've been saying for the past few weeks.
R&B, can Denver make a deep playoff run strictly on their defense?
Can they make a deep playoff run strictly on their defense? Yeah,
in your opinion,
because they got the number one defense in the league right now. Will they make a deep run on their defense? I don't know, because if the defense is having an off day like they did yesterday, and your quarterback is struggling to move the ball, and well, not necessarily move the ball, because he did throw for 350 yards, but put up points at a consistent high rate, you know what I'm saying? That could throw things off kilter. That could definitely throw things for you. But y'all already know I've been preaching against Ho Nix all year. That I just have never believed in him because of like all of the. It's too many games where it's like they were winning, and then you look at the final stat line, 10-7, 13-10.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And I give it to him. He might not have been necessarily, I can't even say that he wasn't doing the things to get a game away, because I watch games where this nigga Bo Nix would have like, 100 and some yards in a pick, no touchdowns in a pick, or maybe 1 touchdown and 2 picks. I think one game he had like 3-4 picks. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't sold on him coming out of Oregon personally. I'll be honest, it's a little bit of bias there with me too, because I per se didn't really like the way Sean Payton orchestrated the whole bringing him in and how he did Russell Wilson situation. I didn't like the way that was handled and how it went down. And I'll be honest, I've really been waiting for this shit to come back and bite Sean Payton in the ass. I don't like Sean Payton. He just remind me of one of the motherfuckers that they would get to play a racist sheriff in a movie. You know what I'm saying? he looked like you can't tell me Sean Payton don't look like the sheriff off of Life.
Yeah, that's tell about the gun line, bro.
That was funny.
It's something about that shit that bothers me, man. So.
Oh, that was funny. I can't see anything through this.
But real quick, I do want to run a stat off real quick before before we go to the next person. A lot of times we sit here and we have these conversations and we talk about who teams beat, who they don't beat, so on and so forth. I just want to run off a couple of the teams that the Jaguars have beat this year. So they've beaten the Texans. They beat the 49ers at home, you know what I'm saying, in San Francisco. We seen what they just went to Denver and did yesterday. They've also beaten the Colts and they've beaten the Chargers. And they beat the Chargers very handily, 35-6. So, you know what I'm saying, to me, that, you know what I'm saying, you have to pay attention to that because and these are all it beat Kansas City too. I don't know how the fuck I forgot to mention that one. With a healthy Patrick Mahomes. With heroic efforts down the stretch by Trevor Lawrence. So why I bring that up is that you have to pay attention to things like that because it's not just winning the games, but it's who they beat, because a lot of these teams that they've beaten this year are teams that people had very high expectations for to either go to the Super Bowl or be a big threat in their conference in the playoffs. So I'll say the Jaguars, man, if they keep it up, look like they made the right pick in the head coach. It looked like he's been able to kind of unlock Trevor Lawrence this year. We'll see if they can keep it up, and we'll see how it goes. Only the future will tell, but I ain't got nothing bad to say. It's funny. I like Denver because I'm a John Elway fan, but I don't like Sean Payton and I don't like Bo Nix. I'm not sold on Bo Nix, bro. But it's it's one of them things, man, where it's like we just have to see how this shit gonna play out. See how things go. But I believe the Jaguars are they got a good system brewing there, and they look pretty solid. And we gonna see what happens.
Absolutely, and I'm looking through this, and what's interesting is now with that loss. With that win or that loss by Denver, they're 12-3, along with the Patriots. Jacksonville's 11-4. Brandon, is there a possible scenario in your mind where Jacksonville could get to that number 1 seed?
It's possible. There are currently 6 teams that are still capable of getting the first seed in the AFC. This is by far one of the craziest seasons we've ever seen in the NFL. But in my mind, the Jaguars should be seen as the most dangerous team in the AFC. They look like the most balanced team, period. They can play offense. They can play defense. Trevor Lawrence looks like he's doing well. Liam Cohen looks like he's doing a good job. Just doing the right things, pulling the right levers. They look like a good team. They are the team that, in my opinion, I would fear the most right now. And so, can they get to the 1 seed? Yes. Will they? The Bills can still win the 1 seed. We'll see. I don't, the season's been crazy. I'm not.
You love that, wouldn't you?
Dude. It's mathematically possible. It's literally we're still alive for it. It's still possible. So they have to play the games.
Oh man. So, Will, do you believe that yesterday's game let us know more about Jacksonville as a team or more about Denver as a team? You're on mute, bro. I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
My bad. I'm kind of on the same boat as Ryan. I don't really believe in both Knicks like that. But it's also like Trevor Lawrence seemed like he kind of turning into what people thought he was going to be. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's better coaching, better talent around him, whatever the case may be. I think it's more about Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean? Then because again, I know Denver. You know what I mean? Best defense in the league, all of that, but it's hard to win playoff games. You know what I mean? Without top-notch quarterback play, and I think Trevor Lawrence is kind of, like I say, kind of coming into his own. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like I say, living up to the hype because there was a lot of hype around him. You know what I mean? Coming out of Clemson, so I think it's more about him. Kind of, you know what I mean? It might have taken a little bit longer than people wanted or expected, or whatever the case may be. And again, as a Lions fan, I know what a dysfunctional franchise looked like when I see it. So he had to overcome a lot in Jacksonville, but it just kind of looked like he turning that corner, and that the franchise might be turning the corner with him, and they might be dangerous. You know what I mean, moving forward.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens because that's one team I have mentioned just about every week, and now we're gonna go to another team that I mention every week because, boys, this is one question for everyone because I know we're running on time. I do want to get to two more topics before we close the show and get to our top 10 quarterback discussion. Boys, is it time? And Will, I haven't asked you to go first. I'm going to shoot this to you first. Boys, is it time to believe in the Chicago Bears?
Say that one more time.
Is it time to believe in the Chicago Bears?
Yes. Caleb is balling. I believe in Ben Johnson. A lot of talent over there. I know a lot of times we get caught up in who teams have beat, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's a double-edged sword. Because if you lose to these teams, and it's like, well, they lost to so-and-so. And if you beat them, it's like, well, you only beat so-and-so. And it's like, you can only play the schedule in front of you. You know what I mean? And nobody expected them to win a division this year, especially after Green Bay traded for Micah. So I think we got to get them some respect. Like, it's, look like they about to be the division champions. And it's going to take a lot for them. You know what I mean? They would basically have to fall apart, the rest of the season for that not to happen. So, I think that, I think they're going to be dangerous moving forward, man. This division is going to be crazy moving forward. Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, find them a quarterback. Like you talking about 4 teams, you know what I mean? That's fighting for playoff spots, literally, you know what I mean? Every season for the foreseeable future. But I think Chicago is definitely, you know what I mean, like on the come up, man. Definitely a dangerous team. Scary in the NFC North.
Brandon, your thoughts?
I believe they are definitely a contender. I believe this NFL season, anything's possible. So I'm not saying that they can't run the table and get to February. I really think, I would like to see more consistency. I feel like far too often I see the Bears in low-scoring games, and I expect more from Caleb. I want to see more blowouts from time to time, but they're winning, and that's most important above all else. And you beat it. Division games are sloppy, random, weird. They got it done, and that's about big fourth quarter comeback. I think literally anybody can play with anybody this kind of year. This year, it's just right now, at least in the AFC, the Jaguars seem to be the most balanced. In the NFC, I feel like you trust the Rams more than anyone else. That's kind of where it feels like still. Even though they lost on that weird ass shit going in Seattle on Thursday, it still feels like when push comes to shove, I feel most confident in Matt Stafford and Sean McVay.
Okay, Raj.
Yeah, it's time to believe. They stepped up and they won the tough games. I mean, the fact that they beat the Green Bay Packers, I mean, come on. That just goes to show you that, and they got a long history, a long rivalry out there because of their, how close they are, and also the history, of both those teams. So it just goes to show you that a lot of those non-believers of Caleb Williams, they're really looking at this whole situation and they're like, yo, I was wrong. And I was one of those guys. I thought Caleb Williams coming out of college was not a good quarterback going into the NFL. I thought he was more or less a decent quarterback in college, but this guy showed up in clutch moments, and I'll be the first one to admit I was wrong with this team. And then the camaraderie that they have, you could tell that they're really playing together and winning together. It's not just about just going out there putting up stats, because look at the team last year or the year before that and compare them to what they're doing now. They're contenders. They're ready to win, and they're playing at a level where they're hot now. So if they can get if everyone stays healthy going into the playoffs, they might surprise a few people and upset a top seeded team. Like if they go up against let's say the Eagles, right? They might upset them. And I wouldn't be surprised, but it will be a surprise to many. So I think we got to take them serious.
As it stands right now, they would go up against Green Bay in the first round.
See? That could be scary.
R&B, your thoughts? R&B?
My bad. Oh,
You good?
my bad.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, I got dazed. I'm over here looking at Bailey perfect ass. Oh my god.
I knew you were looking at something good.
First it was Nikki Bella fine ass standing on the table. Then as soon as she hopped down, Bailey come walking her thick ass out. My whole mouth just started gyrating and shit. Like, but man, yeah, it's time to believe in the Chicago Bears for this season.
Okay.
We all know the history of the Chicago Bears when it comes to them and their quarterbacks. I personally didn't think Caleb Williams was the number one pick. And I have proof of this through conversation with the fellas. I felt like Drake May was the best quarterback in that draft, and I felt like Drake May should have been the first overall pick. But we'll see how this plans out. But like I said, yeah, if it's time to believe in Chicago, like I said, I think it's time to believe in them for this season. And we'll see how things go on going forward. But oh my God. And then now Roxanne Perez thick ass come out right behind her. Oh, with Liv Morgan. They know what they be doing with this. But as far as Chicago, man, I will give credit where it's due. Caleb has been finding ways to win these games. But I like something that Agent Sosa said on. I would like to see them actually play with a fucking lead. You know, how many times can you go into these games and go down and have to make these heroic comebacks? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we've ever seen a team, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in my time of watching football, I've never seen a team that went on a run where they just had comeback after comeback after comeback throughout the whole season, and then they go into the playoffs and do the same thing all the way to the Super Bowl. I've just never seen it.
I can't say I can't.
Maybe you have.
I can't say they did it all the way through the regular season, but I can absolutely, with 100% certainty, say the 2018 Kansas City Chiefs came back from 10-plus points every game in the playoffs to win the Super Bowl, that first Mahomes ring.
Okay.
They came back 24-0.
Wasn't that the same year they were down like 28 to the Texans and came
It was
back?
24-0 to the Texans, and they literally had the lead.
Watson was out there looking like Michael Jordan.
They destroyed Deshaun. Like Deshaun Watson was never the same after that game.
Yeah. That's when all the masseuse got taken away.
Yeah, right after that.
Literally.
I also say this though. Obviously, you know what I mean. The goal is to win a Super Bowl, but I don't think it's Super Bowl or bust for the Bears either.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like they make the playoffs.
Super Bowl or bust for the Bills. Like.
Yeah, no, for the Bears, you know what I'm saying? They, they get in the playoffs. As long as they're competitive, they've had a successful season.
They're playing.
Yeah, you know what I
mean, that's something interesting to say. I want to ask y'all a quick question. Is it safe to say that in this weird NFL season this year that all of the teams that we would have considered Super Bowl or bust are not even going to make the playoffs this
year? Yes.
Bills?
No, the Bills. I think the Bills was kind of Super Bowl or bust.
You don't think we're making the playoffs?
What? No. Hear me out.
That was the question.
It was, but I forgot about Buffalo. Reason why I forgot about Buffalo is because I really don't think anybody considered y'all a Super Bowl or bust this year. The only reason that y'all are kind of in the conversation of being Super Bowl or bust is because of all of the mishaps and fall shorts that you've had these previous 3-4 years. So, but this team that you have this year is not as good as those teams from previous years past.
It's still
so for me personally, I don't consider y'all a Super Bowl or bust, but I do understand why people had y'all in that conversation, along with Josh Allen being in that conversation.
As long as we have Josh Allen in our prime without a ring, it's Super Bowl or bust. It is our season.
As long as you got Sean McDermott, I don't see it.
We're more likely a bust. That's the point. But like the goal, like our season is a failure if we do not get a ring. It's Super Bowl or bust for us. As long as we've got Josh Allen and no ring, it's you either get the thing done or it's a failure.
Me and Ryan were just having this conversation yesterday about Donovan McNabb, and I was saying how, it kind of ended up tarnishing his legacy that he made 4 straight NFC championships, made it to 1 Super Bowl and lost or whatever. But basically, after a while, and when I said this yesterday about him, once you make it that far so many times, the expectation is for you to, take the next step. So whether we feel like this Buffalo team is as talented as the last year or two or not, they are still in, in competition for a number 1 seed in the AFC, and the expectation with Josh Allen, just won an MVP, is to take the next step. However we feel about, the talent this year versus last year. The kind of expectation, and with no Mahomes, possibly, no Lamar, to contend with, like now that kind of magnifies it. It's almost like there's no reason, that you shouldn't make the Super Bowl.
I couldn't agree more.
But
it is almost like that, but it's like I can name the reasons. Your coach is dead to the locker room at this point. He should have been gone 2 or 3 years ago, and your offense is predicated on 2 people. If Josh Allen and James Cook ain't doing what they do, it's over. They've done nothing. At least we can go and say that Philly went and got T.O. for 1 year for Donovan McNabb. Y'all, what do y'all give Josh Allen nothing to work with? And Ray, you give me crumbs and tell me to raise the expectations are now raised.
I've been waiting for this point since Will brought it up, saying that Lamar only has tight ends and bottom of the bail wide receivers. No, that's Josh Allen, bro. Will's not in the group chat, but I need to read the stat that I sent you guys against for Will to hear this. So, what if you looked at the entire rebound receiver group from the Buffalo Bills as one singular receiver? What does their full year output show, and where does it rank? On the season, all 8 receivers the Bills have thrown out primarily. They have 93 catches for 1,148 yards and 5 touchdowns. 5 different individual pass catches in the NFL have more receptions than the entire Bills boundary wide outs. 5 different individual receivers have more yards than the entire Bills boundary group. In fact, Seattle's JSN has basically 500 more yards than them, and Puka is 450. And their entire group would rank 34th in the NFL in touchdowns as one player. 8 of them.
You started echoing when you started talking.
I agree. That was very hard to talk to them.
Yeah, somebody bringing a hella echo.
It's probably right.
Let me put on mute. I didn't do anything, but
That's how it be.
Testing.
Oh,
It's Raj.
He's just sitting there, just.
He already know.
shame.
He won't even come off mute.
All right, so should I bother again?
The only issue that I will say that Buffalo has in winning this year is we know what the narrative will become. Burrow, Mahomes, and Lamar weren't there.
Hold on. We don't involve Lamar. We beat him twice. It's Burrow and Mahomes. Fine. Lamar, we've beaten twice already. I don't want to hear that.
But
We'll have to do it again.
regardless,
We did it already. Week 1 where we came back 15 points in 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm not worried. No, I don't want to hear about it.
regardless, that's the
Can't make it
narrative.
through a whole year, either him or Burrow. I'm just worried about Mahomes, actually.
Oh man. Well, we're getting close to our time. I just want to make a quick note, real quick.
Sure,
And this
play
is
well.
kind of this is because I want to get into this top 10 quarterback discussion. This is just a quick kind of just high buy thing I want to do real quick. Is it ask a question? Yes or no, I guess will suffice in this case. Will the Panthers win their division?
Oh God, they still have to be there. Oh
I
God,
have to say yes.
I think I want them to.
They one game up in their division right now, right?
They got
They got one game on Tampa, right?
They just beat Tampa last week.
but they got to beat. They either
Do
beat
they-
Seattle or Tampa again.
Because that's what I was about to ask. Do they play Tampa again?
They do.
Oh.
Yes, they play Seattle, whereas Tampa plays, I think, Miami.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
like they
it's
gotta be.
probably gonna
they
come
gotta
down
do
to
it
that
again.
last game.
It's gonna come down to the last game, I think. Yeah,
Where is it in Tampa or is it in Carolina?
that's a great question. Let me.
hold on, I'll look it up.
Oh, that's a damn good question.
Week 18. It's in Tampa, and it's everything's to be determined because they don't know.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, if it's for the division, oh God, there's gonna be so many games they could put in that final slot, possibly, depending on how next week goes.
I'm gonna stick with
when
yes.
I'm
I
looking-
fully have confidence in the Panthers after what I've been seeing from Bryce Young. He's managing the game. He's not turning the ball over. He's making good throws. He's getting the team down the field. And another reason why I trust that the Panthers will get this done, that's what's flying under the radar, the success that they're having this season. That defense is for real. Those cornerbacks that they got, those boys ball, and they will take that bitch away. Tampa Bay just has not been the same ever since those injury bugs hit them earlier in the season and knocked them off pace, and they haven't been able to regain that pace. And I'm sorry to say it, but because of that, I believe Todd Bowles will get fired. I believe they lose the division. Todd Bowles will get fired, and they're going to try to figure out how they can revamp next year and get this thing back on track next year. But I think the Panthers will get this division. I have full faith that they can go into Tampa Bay and knock them off for the division if that's what it comes down to.
I agree. I think the Panthers will find a way. They have just shown that they're not pushovers. Like, they're going to compete. I think the benching of Bryce Young for the redheaded stepchild last season woke his ass up, because there was no way in hell Andy Dalton should have been in, considering, but it takes time. Look at him now. He's playing like a first overall pick, or at least getting to that direction. Trevor Lawrence took a couple years. He's getting there. It's why, like, when people are saying give up on Cam Ward, it's too early. You got to give these people time sometimes.
That's just ignorance. That's just ignorance, though. For anybody saying that, that's just ignorance. The dude, the first-year quarterback, the Titans are absolute toilet water. Like, come on, man. And he's still shown flashes. He's still shown flashes this season where in games that they should have not have been in, or that they shouldn't have been competing in, or that they shouldn't have won, that they won. You know what I'm saying? So that tells you that the boy got something. You know what I'm saying? So anybody saying that is just ignorant and don't know sports.
All right, Rod, you want to try and talk? Come off you. You're going to have to go out and come back in for the quarterback discussion. You're the reason why we had to do this.
Oh, sorry.
The answer is yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, the answer is yes. I believe in. I've been a believer in the Panthers for a while now. I told you guys they're taking the division, and they prove it every time they go out there and play. So that's my answer.
All right. So we missed a few things, but I don't care, because I've been waiting for this moment.
Oh, really?
What? I'm waiting for him to come back.
While he's coming back, I'll throw it out there. I thought Shedeur played all right yesterday against us. A lot of his completions were checkdowns, but he's got who to throw to. He lost Judkins halfway through, so he persevered.
Oh yeah, he's done. He had like 2 leg injuries or something.
Yeah, it sucks. I hated that. But yeah, no, he had 2 interceptions. I would only put one of them on him. They were both tipped, but the second one, if he read the play faster, he could have hit somebody on a crosser and not had it be tipped. The first one really was kind of just tipped. So keep playing, Rook. He's earning. He's getting the reps. He deserves to continue to have that starting spot in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree with those sentiments.
Absolutely. It's taking him so long to come back.
Hey Mike, what did we miss while you waiting on Raj to come back in?
The 2-point conversion from the Seahawks Rams game, the controversial 2-point conversion.
It's conclusive. That went backwards.
Like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, like by inches. It's clear. But
it was crazy, and it's just crazy to see that the Seahawks they took the risk at the end and they won the game on that 2-point conversion. And the Rams they're slipping a little bit.
Man, that was the flukiest shit I ever seen in my life.
I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
It's not even like he was trying to recover it. He was just grabbing the ball to hand it to the ref.
Most nonchalant 2-point.
I don't know if I can hold that one against them. They was in position to win that game, and they lost on the flukiest shit ever in life.
That's a fact.
That's
So-
that Lions residue on Matt Stafford.
That's exactly. That's exactly what that was. That's the perfect way to put it.
So, for those who know, last week, we were having a discussion that turned into a debate. And what was it that Raj said last week that just made us all look at him crazy? I can't even remember. Who did he say was the greatest?
So
Not the
we were
greatest.
having a conversation about the
Cam
Phillip
Newton.
Rivers situation. Like, yeah, we were making fun of it, and we were talking about how Cam Newton was saying that it was a slap in the face that he didn't get a call. And then Raj went on to mention, yeah, he agreed. He said Cam Newton is a top 10, one of the top 10 greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. So
In my
I
opinion.
called cap on that. And I said that, we needed to debate that one. So we all decided to basically come up with our list of who we believe our personal top 10 greatest quarterbacks of all time are in the NFL history. And here we are.
Here you
All
go.
right. Wow.
I think Raj should
All right.
start.
So, Will, did you make a list, my brother?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Okay. Okay.
So how we gonna do that? Everybody just read their list one by one, and then we debate.
descending
Or-
from 10.
Or should everyone read their 10 pick, 9, 8?
Ooh, let's go. Everyone
I
go 10.
got mine in order already.
Yeah, mine's.
I was gonna go 10-1.
Yeah, no, everyone go 10, but let's go. Everyone say their 10. Like I'll say 10, Mike, you say 10, Raj say 10, and we'll all descend from. I think that would be fun.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Instead of reading the whole list, someone reads their 10, everyone
Number
reads
by
their
number,
10.
number by number, one by one. Let's get it.
10 first.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Brandon. Since it was your idea, go ahead. You go first.
Number 10, Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Mine's gonna maybe a slap in the face to you guys, but mine's Dan Marino.
That's fair.
I guess I'll go next. Right there with Mike at number 10. I got Dan Marino.
Okay. I guess I'll go next. Number 10, I got Donovan McNabb.
Okay.
I thought mine was gonna be controversial, but I feel comfortable with it. I got Kurt Warner.
Okay. That's a good. That's all right. I don't think that was too bad. That Roethlisberger pick kind of hurts my heart, but that's okay. I think that's.
I will say this. Before we go into number 9, I'm gonna say this real quick. I did have Big Ben as an honorable mention, but I can't help but chuckle over here because if this dude got Donovan McNabb, who I don't think is a top 10 quarterback, at number 10, where the hell is Cam?
It's funny you asked that because number 9 is Cam Newton.
Okay.
I had Kurt Warner at number 9.
Okay. I got Steve Young at number 9.
I got Marino at number 9.
I got John Elway at number 9.
Wow.
Okay. Saucy.
All right.
I know, but you know what? To me, my list, it's a little biased to what I've seen, and some of it's just paying homage. Honestly, I can't say that I watched Dan Marino or John Elway, but I can respect what they've done for the position, even in highlights and statistics and what they've accomplished.
Okay.
Hey, y'all. Hey, can I ask a favor real quick, y'all? Because I'm a stat nerd like this. I kind of want to get a count of all these votes. So, do y'all mind repeating y'all 10 and y'all 9? I want to see how many people get how many votes, if that's okay with y'all.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. So repeat. So, can y'all repeat y'all 10?
Mine was
I had
Dan.
Dan
Me and
Marino.
Mike both,
Alright.
myself and Mike both had Dan Marino at 10.
Okay, so all right. Yeah. All right.
I had Big Ben.
Roethlisberger. Okay.
And I got Donovan McNabb.
Yeah. All right. And I had Warner. Okay, and then what was 9?
I had John Elway.
Elway.
I
Okay.
had Steve Young.
Steve Young,
I had Kurt Warner.
Warner. Okay.
All right, got everything now written or just tallied.
Yep. All right. I'm ready.
All right, so we're gonna go to number 8. Y'all not gonna believe it, but Aaron Rodgers is number 8.
I got Drew Brees at number 8.
Why you laughing?
I've got
I
Dan
got
Marino.
Steve Young at number 8.
I got Dan Marino at 8.
At number 8, I got Doug Williams.
Doug Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
Rodgers is a troll.
I'm not. Why am I a troll? Whoa! Time out. Why am I a troll?
That brother all about the black quarterback. I ain't mad at him.
Why am I a troll?
This is supposed to be unbiased. This is supposed to be unbiased.
Wait a minute. No, seriously, R&B. Why am I a troll?
I'm not even gonna get into it because it's
All
gonna
right,
throw
all right.
us off.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, so number 7. I have Brett Favre.
I got
Brett
Aaron
Favre at
Rodgers.
number 7 as well.
You
You
got
said
Favre.
Favre, Ryan?
Yep, I got Favre at 7 as well.
I got Aaron Rodgers.
I have Aaron Rodgers.
At what's number? 7?
7.
7.
Yeah.
Steve Young.
Finally making some sense.
So Doug Williams didn't make any sense.
No, Doug Williams is not making it to our top. No.
Come on, guys. He's top 10. All right, go ahead.
Oh,
I got
man.
Drew Brees at number 6.
6 we're on. Big Ben.
Yeah.
Big Ben.
Big Ben is number 6.
I got John Elway at number 6.
Patrick Mahomes.
At 6? Oh, but I'm a troll though, right?
I ain't trolling nothing. Doug Williams, please.
At number 6, I got Elway.
Okay. Okay. At number 5, I got Elway.
Number 5 for me is Peyton Manning.
Number 5 is Drew Brees.
Number 5 for me is Aaron Rodgers.
I also got Aaron Rodgers number 5.
All right. Number 4, I got Peyton Manning.
Number 4, I have Peyton Manning as well.
Number 4, I have Steve Young.
Number 4 is Patrick Mahomes.
Number 4, I got Joe Montana.
Damn. 4? Now that's a troll.
That.
Whoa.
4? Holy shit!
Why not?
4?
I got one.
That in my mind, I heard
5-0 in the Super Bowl. Oh, I don't know, man.
in my mind, I heard it's the equivalent of me hearing that coach playoffs like 4. That's nasty work, bro. 4 is
Joe Montana
crazy.
not a top 4 quarterback of all time?
He's top 2.
He is. I just think we all got him higher than 4.
Okay, all right.
So I got Montana at 3.
I got Peyton at 3.
I got Pat Mahomes at 3.
I got Drew Brees.
But I'm a troll though.
Hold on. Statistically,
we got one more, right?
Drew
Okay,
Brees.
so I got Manning at 3, by the way.
Okay.
Drew Brees is in every top category at the position.
I ain't mad at it.
All right.
All right.
He was a
Number 2.
terrible defense.
Number 2.
Montana.
Number 2 is Tom Brady.
I got Joe Montana at 2.
Yeah. I also got Brady at 2.
I can't wait to hear your number 1.
Oh,
I got Mahomes at 2.
You got Peyton. I think that's the only person.
I got Mahomes at 2.
Yeah, how my wife just say Raj got Cam Newton as number 1.
No, I had Cam Newton at 9.
He had 9. He was at 9. Dude's got Colin Kaepernick at 1.
Oh my God! So, in other words, we were trying to say Raj is taking all the black people.
I know.
Can't stand Cap. That's Cap.
I know. You taught me first, but now I'm making jokes.
Yeah. But no, go ahead.
I mean, I gave Raj a hard time about Montana. Brady's number 2. You already know Joe Montana is number 1.
You got Montana at 1.
I got Brady as 1.
I got Tom Brady at 1, and Raj got Chad Pennington at 1.
You're close though. It's Dirty Sanchez.
Hey!
Nah, I got Patrick Mahomes as number 1.
You got Mahomes at 1.
Yeah, I got
Mahomes. I got Brady at 1. Okay.
And the only reason why I put Brady as 2 and Mahomes as 1 because I can't stand Brady. You gotta understand. I watch this dude every single week.
I can't stand Brady either, but he the GOAT, bro.
We're in the same division. Yeah, I was there too.
That's what I'm saying. I can't put him number 1. I have a right to put him.
You got
every right to feel the way you feel, man.
Because I can't stand Brady. He's the only quarterback outside of Colin Kaepernick I really don't want to ever meet in life. Anybody else?
I feel you, Tom.
Why you don't like Colin Kaepernick? What did Colin Kaepernick do to you?
We went over this last week.
Yeah, he's a scammer, bro.
You might have to teach her or me. I learned last week.
Yeah, he's a
scammer.
Yeah, he's a scammer.
Then no bigger than the scamming ass country that he stood up against.
Oh my God.
Am I right?
I agree. However, he could have been playing
football. Still got his bread.
Yeah, he got paid from Nike. But like I said, he could have been playing football, but that's nor here or there. But yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I want all of us to rate everyone's list. Kind of how they do on First Take. But we're going to do numbers. Brandon, that Roethlisberger pick, man. That number 10, man. That just really set the mood for that whole list.
Hey, so if we're gonna do that, we gotta run down the whole 10. If we're gonna do that, we gotta run down our whole 10.
All right, so
you and I were the only ones that put him in the top 10. Why are you mad at me? Like,
because he's low. God damn it!
That is a fact. Roethlisberger only got 2 votes.
Guess what? We put him lower. We put him lower. I put him at
That's
top.
What I'm saying.
Top 20.
They had him lower. Doug Williams.
I got him as an honorable mention.
No.
I got him as an honorable
you're right.
mention.
Yeah,
Hey, Roethlisberger got one of the lowest points. I'm tallying the points over here. He got one of the lowest outputs on his list.
Ain't nobody else got one of these.
Oh God!
He ain't hey, he got more points than Doug Williams, though.
I got the ones with the Super Bowl on it.
Yeah, but you guys got to also understand this is
Roethlisberger got more points than Doug Williams and Donovan McNabb combined.
See, that's fine. But you gotta understand what he did. Those two guys did for the culture.
Hey, I'm just fucking with you, bro.
I mean, Ben did plenty for a culture, just not a good.
Oh man, that is hilarious.
I ain't mad at it.
Listen, hey, can't be mad at that. But I will say, I was kind of sad to see the Elway drop so far down.
Elway.
I mean that's how it goes when talent comes. You know, hell, if Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl last year, it would be a legitimate argument that he could argue his case for the GOAT without having 7. That's just how it goes.
That's a fact.
And think about that year where they played the Patriots in a pre-snap defensive penalty. That never happens. They go to the Super Bowl, and Mahomes could easily have 5 Super Bowls.
Fucked up the Rams that year. I think like that was the year they had that crazy game, but the Rams did not show up on that day.
You know, so you know when you look at, and like I said, and I think before you guys came on in the pre-production, me and Brandon were in there for a little while, and I said that 4 people had the right to that number 1 spot. Montana, Brady, or did I say 3 or 4?
You said 4.
Did I? Brady, Montana, Mahomes, and who's the other one I said? Do you remember?
Manning.
And was it Manning?
I mean, that's the only it really should just be, in my opinion, it's 2. It's Montana and Brady.
Well, I want to give everyone a kudos for one thing. Nobody put Eli Manning in their top 10.
Oh, yeah. I'm putting Josh Allen over Eli. I don't want to hear it.
I just wanted to say, you know, because there's a debate in the world that Eli Manning is a top 10 quarterback. No, he's not. Because you take his Super Bowl away. He was going to trust me.
Is he even a Hall of Famer? That's the bit. Like, it's not even top 10.
Listen. The only reason he is because he went in and beat an undefeated Patriot team that should have won. Because I'm telling you, if that team was, let's just say, I don't know, 11-5, it wouldn't have had the same impact that it had they have lost games prior. But this team was perfect. This team didn't lose a game. For that alone, he is a Hall of Famer. I will say Eli for me is a Hall of Famer because without Eli Manning, Tom Brady would have 9 Super Bowl championships potentially. So
can I jump in on that?
On my hatred for Brady, damn it, I'm okay with him going to the Hall of Fame.
I've had this conversation with Ryan.
He's not.
I've had this conversation with Ryan, and I told him, because when he first asked me, I said, I don't know. Like borderline, but I don't know. But the more I thought about it, it's like, yeah, he did beat that 16-0 Patriots team. 18-0 Patriots team. And that matters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that matters. He got 2 Super Bowls. You know, I think he's, you know, it's levels to this. He on the first floor. You know what I'm saying? He not in the penthouse. You know what I mean? But he get in the door. He gets in the door.
I agree.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That nigga homeless for me.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Elway and Favre.
Dan Marino, the only quarterback on damn near everybody list that don't, and he don't have a Super Bowl. Eli Manning can't sniff his jock strap.
Okay, so look, it's interesting. Look, I'm just looking at these numbers, right? So, and I heard you say like 4 quarterbacks. So Montana, Manning, Brady, and Mahomes by far, you know what I mean, have more points than anybody. Brady had by far more points than anybody. Marino was on 4 people's list, but he was on the lower end of the tally because it was like everybody had it was 10, 10, 9, 8. So he was on almost everybody's list, but he wasn't that high on everybody's list. And then most of the other people's it was kind of all over the place. Steve Young was on 4 of the list, but he didn't score too high. It's just interesting. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a stat nerd. This was just interesting to me. I don't know if y'all care about anything I'm saying right now. And Elway was kind of in the middle of the pack. Elway was kind of in the middle of the pack. He was on 4 of the list. He was 5, 6, 6, and 9. So he was kind of in the middle of the pack. Yeah. And Brady didn't get voted any lower than second. He got 3 first place votes and 2 second place votes. Almost everybody else, it was a little more variation. Manning was kind of steady. He was 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. And then Montana, one got a first place vote. He was on everybody's list. First place, 2 second places, a third, and a 4th. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Mahomes was the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th. And it was interesting.
Absolutely. But now it makes me think. I enjoyed that so much. I think we should do it again.
Let's do it for every position.
Let's do it. Let's go with a little bit of a more broad position. Wide receiver.
Okay.
Top 10 wide receivers for next week.
Oh, that's gonna be harder, honestly.
It is because there's more. And Raj, don't you come up with Jerry Rice as number 8.
Wayne Corbett at 2.
My wife said Cam Newton's gonna make his list.
He gonna have Joe Vicious in the top 5.
I'll put it to you this way: Santonio Holmes is on there.
Oh,
I mean, at least that catches.
As a top 10 receiver all time, Santonio Holmes.
If Doug Williams. If Doug Williams is the top 10 quarterback for you for all the historical reasons, then Steve Largent better be on your top 10 wide receivers list. That's all I'm saying. And probably Wes Welker too.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
So
hilarious, bro.
That's hilarious.
It's time for the picks of the week. We know we have 3 games on Christmas.
3 on 4
3 games. One has a little bit of matter to it. But we're gonna start with them Cowboys who were officially eliminated. Thank you, Philly, for doing that, getting them out of there so their fans can shut up. Dallas at Washington. I'm going with Dallas. Washington's completely depleted. They've been injury ridden all season. Washington.
I don't think it matters.
Oh no, it matters.
I'm going for Dallas.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with Dallas.
Washington is the shell of themselves, bro. Washington
Yeah.
is a shell of themselves. They're not the same team from last year.
Yeah, Dallas.
I don't think
I'm
it
going with
matters.
Dallas.
I don't think they're gonna be able to put up points with Dallas. I take Dallas.
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 Detroit at Minnesota.
Who fucking cares? if you want my honest answer,
Don't you two care? Like,
What is
I'm gonna
that?
go with Detroit. I'm gonna just go with the home team, man. I'm gonna go with Detroit. Minnesota
Detroit.
beat us at home already, so I'm gonna just go on the notion that I hope we go out there and split. Dan hadn't lost in a back-to-back until yesterday, so let's just hope that he don't make it back-to-back-to-back.
I'm going with
I feel
Detroit as well.
like the Lions should win the game. At this point, I don't have no real faith that they will win the game. But I'm gonna go with the Lions.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Lions.
Broncos at Kansas City. Oh God.
Broncos.
Broncos.
Broncos. I don't know what.
See, I told y'all they should have tried to figure out a way to flex this game, man. That shit
Christmas,
don't.
that's
the Monday night game.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that's Christmas night's game.
No, that's
Those
Christmas.
three games.
Oh,
yeah, it's Christmas night. There's no way they could flex this.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to flex the Christmas game.
There's
This shit
way.
dirt, bro. We gotta sit up and watch this dirt.
Just watch NBA. You can watch NBA. I'll just have to.
And mark my words, Kansas City defense gonna show up. Watch.
I'm gonna have to hang out with family.
We gonna have to sit up and watch Bo Nix put up 15, 17 points and to
You
win.
know what? I'm gonna switch my pick. I'm gonna take Kansas City on Christmas in Arrowhead. I'm gonna take Kansas City. I don't think they're gonna lay down.
Well,
Minshew starting, right?
no, he tore his ACL.
No, he tore his ACL.
Minshew tore his shit too?
Yep.
Damn.
They got voodoo going on in there, man.
So who the fuck is starting?
They got some guy.
Andy
Reid.
Listen, as Roger said, they can just.
He said, if Philip can do it, goddamn it, give me a break.
As Roger said, they should just get someone from Walmart.
That's a fact.
Well, listen, the Saturday window is more interesting, more implications. Houston at the Chargers.
Ooh, saucy.
This is, in my opinion, two good defenses. I'm not looking for a shootout, but I'm gonna go against my gut. I'm gonna take Houston in this game. I like Houston in this game.
I like Houston as well.
Yeah. Chargers got offensive line issues, man. I'm definitely taking Houston.
I'm gonna roll with the Chargers only just because of the fact that I feel like
we doing this right now?
I don't think Houston gonna keep this little stretch up.
Hell yeah!
Not saying that it's fluky or anything like that. I think it's only so long you gonna you know what I'm saying keep. They had a hard time beating Vegas yesterday, and we all know Vegas is toilet water, and that's so you know what I'm saying like we'll see, but I think that the Chargers are going to be able to withstand and maybe expose that defense to get this one done.
All right.
Let's try Eddie Pinheiro.
Well, how far are they kicking it?
Nice try.
Almost.
60.
Baltimore at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Is Lamar playing?
Malik Willis versus Tyler Huntley.
Basically.
Yeah.
We don't know what the extent is of Lamar.
And Love hurt too, right?
Yeah.
Love got a
Love
concussion.
is in the
concussion, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he's more likely to come back. So from a concussion than a back injury. So I'm gonna take the back.
Yeah, I think you're gonna come back.
I'm taking Green Bay.
I'm gonna take the Packers because I just think the Ravens are done.
I don't know. Shit. If Love don't play, Green Bay might they done lost him. They done lost Micah. Like this might be two teams that's you know what I mean, kind of checked out depending on what's going on with Love. I don't know. See, that's a
But
coin
I
flip.
believe it. I hate to say it. No, I don't necessarily hate to say it, but I'm gonna just put it out there. I think I believe in Matt LaFleur to get the job done more than I do Harbaugh at this point. Well, given
Fair
all the
enough.
injuries and stuff like that,
Fair enough. And
because
it's in
Harbaugh
Green
ain't
Bay.
never get it done with the healthy team. Like if you go out here and beat them in Green Bay with your backups and an injury riddled team, like like what the fuck is really going on in Baltimore at this point?
Yeah.
This is a game that they shouldn't win. I guess that's what I'm saying.
It's in Green Bay though, right?
Yeah.
It's in Green Bay.
I'm gonna take Green Bay because I ain't got no other reason to pick either team other than home field advantage.
I'm gonna take I would choose the coach right now in Green Bay over the coach in Baltimore.
All right. New England at the Jets.
New England.
I'm picking New England, man.
Yeah, New England's gonna win
The
this
Jets
game.
can't do nothing right, so
But that's why they'll win this game.
yeah, they're gonna end up
Give me
winning.
the Jets. Give me the Jets.
Let's go Jets.
Right.
Give me the Jets and the upset just for fun and to spite Raj and fucking up their draft stock even more.
And it's already in a bad place. We're not getting the number one pick. We're the highest we can get is a 4 or a 3.
Hey, with the way this draft looking, I'm not too sure you want the number one pick anyway, because it's not really looking. I mean, y'all? You think Mendoza is gonna be the answer?
Yeah,
I don't see it.
better than what we got.
I'm gonna go with the Jets. I hate New England.
But, me too, but I'm taking reason.
Seattle at Carolina.
Seattle.
Upset alert, Carolina.
I'm gonna go with Carolina in this game. I think the defense rattles.
I'm going with Carolina too.
I don't believe in Sam Darnold. I'm going with Carolina.
Exactly.
Word. Arizona at Cincinnati. Jesus. Cincinnati, I guess.
Cincinnati.
Not like it matters.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow and 5 heartbeats.
Pittsburgh at Cleveland.
Pittsburgh.
Didn't Cleveland beat them last time?
No, we beat them earlier in the season.
I just hope Myles Garrett break the sack record. But I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna go with Pitt.
Y'all know how I do. If I pick the Steelers, we'll lose. So I'm picking Cleveland. Every time I pick Pittsburgh and have real faith, we lose. When I start shitting on them, we win. I'm picking Cleveland.
There you go.
So how are you going to sit here and say you knew exactly what was happening?
What happened?
It's reverse psychology.
Exactly.
Reverse sportsology.
Yeah, I do that except with sports betting. It's nice.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, no. It works. Betting against Buffalo sport interests.
Jacksonville at the Colts.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, me too.
But don't get me wrong. Phillip Rivers going to ball out though.
Phillip Rivers.
How the Colts looking right now?
They're
anybody watching the game?
24-17. 49ers.
San Francisco.
But what's the name got 2 touchdowns though? Philip
Who, Grandpa?
Yeah, he's balling.
Old man Rivers.
Old man Rivers.
Old man Rivers.
175, 2 TDs. That ain't bad.
That should be his
By the
sound
half?
effect in the stadium. Anytime he do something good or score a touchdown, it should just be like Old man Rivers.
Right.
Tampa Bay at Miami.
Give me Miami. I don't believe in Tampa Bay no more.
You said that so quick. You sound so happy that Baker Mayfield's failing.
No,
I'm
I'm actually
Tampa
not.
Bay
I
on
like
this one.
him, but he just I don't know.
I'm gonna roll with Tampa Bay on this one because I feel like Miami, they in a little bit of disarray. They were hot for a second about 3 weeks ago, but they in a little bit of disarray and they done benched Tua, so I don't really know how that's gonna end for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Tampa Bay because even though Tampa Bay trying to bounce back from all of the injury woes, they don't have a whole bunch of turmoil going on within the locker room.
Yeah, I agree. Tampa Bay.
I got Tampa.
Jesus,
Yeah,
I don't
Tampa.
even want to read these next two. New Orleans at Tennessee.
Who cares?
The draft prospects.
Give me New Orleans. They got a promising future with what's his name? Snow?
Stow
How
or
you pronounce
Stow?
Tyler Shaw.
Yeah.
Shaw.
Tyler
Yeah.
Snow, whatever his name is. He's a good quarterback. He's pretty good.
If you can't pronounce their name, it's a fluke. He's gonna be terrible. Give me the Titans. Name me one good quarterback where you couldn't pronounce his name.
Well,
You know, real quick,
Brett
I got
Favre.
a funny story.
His name was announced wrong when he got drafted.
Brett Favre. Called Brett Favre.
That's how they announced it.
So let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all know who Jay Fiedler is?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Play for Miami.
So get this. When I worked for Pepsi and I left Pepsi 2017, part of my route, there's a camp called Brookwood Camp. It's in this town up here, up in a town called Glens Bay. So I go there and I'm
Is that
delivering.
like North New York?
It's still north, but not far north. Like where we are, where like me and Raj are, it's upstate from the city, but it's still southern New York. We're like hours from. We're downstate technically, but we're like upstate's like Buffalo, Niagara Falls. Once you start getting up there, that's upstate. That's the country. We're downstate. So, but this portion,
they still call us upstate in the city, though.
Yeah, which is
like literally the city is like 20 minutes from Nyack. Like, so,
yeah.
So I go there and I'm there, right? And I'm delivering and I'm talking to Jay Fiedler. Now, mind you, I was into football at that time, but I wasn't like I am now. So I didn't know who he was. So so the guy's like, you know who this is? And I'm looking at him and I'm like, no. He goes, you're standing next to greatness. He goes, this guy made them forget about Dan Marino in Miami. And then I gave him I was like, so then like a week later, I go back and I have this helper with me, this kid named Dan. And he's like, yeah, man. I was like, yeah, this Jay Fiedler guy is, he was a quarterback. He owns the camp. He goes, really? Yo, this man knew stats, new plays. He was following him, talking to him. I'm like, bro, he's walking away from you. He doesn't want to talk to you. He gets it that you know him and you're a fan. But no, he doesn't want to talk to you. So then the week after that, I had the camp again. I had a different guy. I'm telling him this. And he was like, I don't know who he is, and I'm a fucking Jets fan. And then I was like, yeah, I had to Google him. And then he goes, well, if you had to Google him, he sucked.
Damn.
I was just like, I thought y'all would get a kick out of that.
Facts. Talking about he made them forget about Dan Marino. Since
that's
when?
wild. That's a wild. That's a wild.
That's nasty work, bro. Like I said, at that time, this was like 2013. Like I said, I watched football, but like I just started familiarizing myself. So I didn't know who he was, but it's just like, bro.
He played for the Jets too, didn't he?
Dan Marino. Yeah, he played for the Jets too.
Yeah,
they've been trying to replace Dan Marino since '99. It's 2025.
Man, their mistake was passing on Drew Brees. That was his first choice when he left San Diego, and they doctors wouldn't sign off on it because of his shoulder.
Their second mistake was not listening to Brian Flores when he wanted them to draft. Was it who was it? He wanted them to draft Herbert. Herbert. He wanted them to draft.
They took Tua over Herbert, right?
They wanted Tua, and that was the whole big beginning of the breakdown between his relationship with them and shit.
I saw a thing recently that apparently Miami offered 4 first-round picks for Burrow.
Yeah, I seen that. Schefter reported that the other day.
Wait, but did y'all actually read the story? I read the story, and the way the story reads is Cincinnati never even, like had the conversation.
Oh no!
But they're saying Miami offered 4 picks. How the hell can you offer 4 picks if Cincinnati wasn't even trying to have a conversation with you? Because what I'm certain of is if this conversation did take place, Miami didn't start off with, well, we'll give you 4 first-round picks. That's not the way negotiating goes. You know what I'm saying? That's not. So, like, none of the shit made sense. Either y'all had the conversation or y'all didn't. And when I was reading it, to me, it's like, okay, either this is Cincinnati trying to either this is Cincinnati propaganda, you know what I mean? Or this could be Joe Burrow's people putting this out there because but none of it was, it's like, it was so interesting. Like, okay, why is this story coming out now? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And when I read it, it's like, okay, so they never took the call. They never even had the conversation, but they offered 4 picks. Like, none of this shit makes sense.
Yeah, that's cap. I mean, even if they did offer 4, like, why do you even put it out there? Just do it.
Apparently this was supposed to have been back in 2020 from when he was first drafted.
Right. And Miami had 3 first-round picks that year. So I guess they're saying that they offered their 3 first-round picks that year and 1 the next year. You know what I'm saying? But again, if Cincinnati never even listened to the shit, how do you make this offer? Like, what kind of sense would that make?
I mean, you can make the offer and they not listen, and both things can be true at the same time.
Yeah,
they did attempt to make the offer.
But again, the conversation is not going to start at, hey, do you want all 4 of these first-round picks?
They might.
You know what I mean? So that means that the conversation took place. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cincinnati can say they never listened. Cincinnati can say they never listened because they don't want to, you know what I mean, make it sound like it was, I guess, a possibility of them not taking Joe Burrow. But if they offered the 4 picks, this conversation took place. You know what I'm saying? It happened.
You gotta see, like, if they do. I've heard rumors of Burrow going to the Jets. So
no,
I've heard the Jets, Giants, and another scenario that I've been kind of throwing out there personally myself is that I said if Stafford is to go on and win the Super Bowl this year, plus win the MVP and retires, I think the Rams should pick up the phone and offer whatever they can offer to get Joe Burrow there, and that would keep them ticking just like that.
They have
put him with Sean McVay.
A lot of capital, a lot of cap space.
Yeah, and they got the capital to make the move to do it. Especially if Stafford retired, that just opens up more capital for them. So
Do
so
y'all
that's
remember
just
what
my
happened
personal.
when Palmer requested a trade for Cincinnati is not trading
Mhm.
Joe Burrow, bro. It would take, you know what I mean? It would take a lot. It
4
would take.
first-round picks.
I, I don't even know if they would do that. Like it's Cincinnati don't be moving on no players' times. The Browns, like that's
Yeah,
not
they
how they do
don't.
business. That's
And
not how they do
but from
business.
what from what we've gathered from what Burrow had to say a couple weeks ago, it sounds like he's willing to go the same route though. He's willing to retire if they not willing to make a move. So that'll be on them.
Yeah.
I don't think they. You probably right though. They probably dumb enough to make that mistake again. But that just goes to show you, if they are dumb enough to make that mistake again, how serious they truly are about winning.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's a mistake on their part. I think it's like shit. It's if I'm the owner in the NFL, I understand what my leverage is. You know what I mean? And it's if you it's very few top shelf players that really get moved. You know what I mean? Like, which is why it was so surprising when Dallas traded Micah. Like nobody really thought he was leaving. You know what I'm saying? We thought Jerry Jones was doing what Jerry Jones do. He make everybody wait and he play it out and he string it out. And you know what I mean? He did it to Dak. He did it to Zeke. He did it to Zach Martin. He did you know what I mean? He did it to CD. He did that's what Jerry Jones does. You know what I mean? But it's very few players, especially quarterbacks. Top shelf quarterbacks don't get traded. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't really happen. So I don't think he got the leverage. If he retired, like shit, all right, it's the Bengals. They don't care about losing. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Bengals. That's what they do. Shit. So I
The,
don't think
the, the one that got
he got the
thrown out there
leverage.
was the one that got thrown out there when they was talking about the Giants. They were saying like the Giants got all this draft capital to trade to Cincinnati along with Jackson Dart. My response to that was if I was Jackson Dart, I would tell the Giants if you bitches try to trade me to Cincinnati, I'm retiring.
I'm retiring.
That's how I nipped that in the butt. I'm fucking retiring. You're not trading me to fucking Cincinnati.
Man.
The next game is the Giants at Las Vegas.
Who cares?
The fan bases of both of these teams. I promise you. Both of these teams want both of these teams to lose.
Yes.
The Giants. I'm just throwing one out there.
A tie.
That would be hilarious. But both of these teams want the other team to win.
Hey, I didn't get to say this. You know, the Titans is my side piece. I want them to lose that game against whoever it is that you said they play this week. I really want them to lose this game. That's my side piece. No, I don't need them winning no more games this year.
Hey, what if it was a scenario where a team was tied for the number one pick? And the motherfucker had to come in and split duties. On some Dion shit.
Oh
like, yeah, he playing for the Titans today and he played for the Giants tomorrow night on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I read both playbooks. That's crazy.
I'm going.
Watching your boy tonight, Raj?
Huh?
You watching your boy tonight? Ain't he getting ready to play or playing the greatest center of all time?
Oh, Jokic. Yeah, I'm watching.
All right.
Philly at Buffalo.
I got Buffalo winning, man. I can't stand this. I can't
take Philly. I don't really care about either team, but I'm gonna go ahead and take Philly. Philly hot right now. It seems like they done kind of figure something out again. They put up 25 these past 2 weeks. Think they on a 2 or 3 game winning streak. I'm gonna roll with Philly. Because Buffalo really has not been y'all been a roller coaster this year, honestly. And if it wasn't for the player Josh Allen, you would be nowhere. Josh Allen and Cook. That's it.
I give Jimbo some credit, but I think we're really good at playing to the level of our opponents. We play down to our opponents when they're bad, like we did with the Browns, and we also play up to our opponents when they're good. So I think.
But that's the thing. You don't know what you're gonna play to when you got Philly coming in because they the same way.
Exactly. They can be a mess themselves. So like this, I expect a very sloppy game, very gross, boring, sloppy game.
That sounds like
You
some
know-
good hill and six.
I think. Oh my god! I feel like Buffalo should have lost that game last week against Cleveland or yesterday, and they just didn't look confident. Is the right word. They didn't look confident. But thank you, James Cook, for 43 fantasy points. You've been the MVP of my team all season. But
James
yeah, they
Cook
just
is the best
didn't.
running back in the league right now, outside of Jameer Gibbs.
And they ain't even putting him as like the favorite for offensive player of the year. It's disgusting being a player in Buffalo right now.
So I'm gonna take Philly. Philly looked not boring yesterday, or one-dimensional, I should say. They looked like they were actually like they game planned, like they planned to actually play the game and not just do one thing. So I'm gonna go with Philly. Ooh, big one for Sunday night though. Bears at 49ers.
I believe in the Bears.
Man, I'm gonna roll with the Bears.
I'm going with Chicago too. I'm going with Chicago as well.
I think they're playing. They're playing.
Give me the 49ers. I think this is where the streak ends. Give me the 49ers. I think Shanahan comes in and outcoaches Ben Johnson. Shanahan's always seemed to have a number when against Campbell Johnson. He's always kind of had their number. I think he'll outcoach Ben in this game and figure out a way to get Purdy to look good and get the dub.
I got the 49ers.
Okay.
But if the Bears do win, gotta tell me something.
It's facts. And next Monday night, the Rams at the Falcons. Taking the
Rams.
Clean sweep.
All right. That's all the games.
Oh,
all right, everyone.
That's another team too, Mike. That's another team that been getting thrown into the Joe Burrow mix is Atlanta. And a lot of people throwing them into the mix that they got the assets to get Burrow and bring him over there. A lot of people feel like he could elevate that offense with the weapons that they got to a level that Penix and Cousins just haven't been able to do.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, they got Robinson there, Drake London. You got, Kyle Pitts, who had a hat trick, not this game, the game before. And
so I want to see the real Kyle Pitts. We've yet to see the real Kyle Pitts.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
getting there, though. He's getting there.
Absolutely. So that's everything. So the last segment is our weekly segment of players who we, the player segment. Just, Will, I don't think we did this last time you were here. We just pick a player that we watched and that we enjoyed watching in our time, in their time that we can recall.
Football?
Yeah, football. For NFL player, yeah.
Any position.
Any position.
Okay. Since he didn't make my top 10 list, Warren Moon. I was a big Warren Moon fan. Going back to Super Tecmo Bowl, my cousin was a 49ers fan. So, he had Montana, Rice, and Roger Craig and all of them, and I needed an offense, to keep up. and I found, the Houston Oilers at the time, and became a big Warren Moon fan. So that would be my guy.
Okay.
I'll go next.
Okay.
Speaking of Tecmo Bowl, one of my favorite games of all time, football games of all time. I'm gonna roll with Bo Jackson.
Mm.
Bo Jackson was that guy when he was healthy. He put up some crazy numbers. And plus he played dual sports. He played football and baseball. I used to love playing with the Raiders back in the days on Tecmo. And man, he was that dude back in the 90s.
Okay. So I'm still debating who to go with this week.
I guess I'll go next. I'm gonna go with the player that doesn't often get mentioned a lot when it comes to people talking about these great Colts teams. They always talk about the duo of Reggie Wayne and Peyton Manning, and I feel like Reggie Wayne was forgotten. I mean, they always talk about Marvin Harrison and Peyton
Right.
Manning, and I feel like Reggie Wayne is often forgotten in that mix. So I'm gonna go with Reggie Wayne this week for a player that I really enjoy watching.
Nice. I like Reggie Wayne.
Yeah. Not too many times you see a dude play number 2 for a certain amount of years and then get thrust into the number 1 spot and is able to carry the load just the same as the guy that did it before him. And he did that.
I gotta go with I'm gonna go wide receiver, and I know we're doing that next week. But I really, really enjoyed Randy Moss. That dude was a monster. A monster. That's the only thing that I was mad about with the Patriots didn't winning. I didn't want Brady to win, but damn it, I wanted Moss to win one,
Yeah.
Like I was willing to sacrifice that because I did like Randy Moss. So that's my player of the week.
I definitely agree with
that. Randy Moss is amazing. Glad he, beat cancer. If I came across a Twitter post recently this past week, and it was like, name a player who became more famous with the team, with his second team rather than the team that he drafted him. My answer was Marshawn Lynch, because homie was an absolute fucking monster, and it devastates me that he will not be known as a Buffalo Bill. He was known as a Seattle Seahawk. Which also, if you think about it with this whole, the division winners getting a home game, and the 4 seed usually being, lower than the 5 seed who wins. If it weren't for that, we may not have gotten the Beastquake. That game happened when the Seahawks were 7-9 and still made the playoffs. So, and they won that game against the Saints. So, Marshawn on and off the field, absolute joy to watch. I'll always hold him close to my heart as a Bill, even though everyone will see him as a Seahawk, which he should be. He should have gotten the ball at the 1.
That's a fact.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I'll never forget Pete Carroll for that.
Oh, fact. All right, boys. That was fun.
Well, yes, and we'll be back next week after another week of sad football ending. We're almost through another season. Excuse me.
Hey, we do got some good basketball to watch Thursday.
That is true. We do have some basketball. So
should be some pretty good games.
I hope everyone here and everyone watching has a good, safe holiday. Definitely spend time with your family, your kids, your friends, if you celebrate or if you don't. And if you don't celebrate, just enjoy the day off. You know.
Oh, I will.
I want to say thank you to everyone. Will, thank you for coming and joining us. Always a
man,
pleasure.
Appreciate you fellas having me, man.
Hell yeah.
You
Always a
know,
great time.
and we'll be back next week with another episode, you know, with another list. Wide receivers next week. So, Will, if you want to hop on and join for that, you're more than welcome. So, everyone be safe, be great. And like I always say, be better than you were yesterday, but be prepared tomorrow to be better than you are today. Everyone have a good night. Happy holidays, and we'll
Yes,
see you next
sir.
week.
Merry
All right,
Christmas,
fellas.
fellas.
Fucking referees.
Merry Christmas.